Is it still if you search? Oh yeah, Rumble House on. And it's super funny because every time they go, we go live.
I did a terrible job of setting this camera
up. Head down, looking at my phone. Hi, grab a chair. You can come have a seat. How do you find the link? Facebook or YouTube.
Yeah, Rumble House Live Art.
Rumble House.
There's no one in your contacts named Rumble House Library.
Rumble House Library. That's a nice offshoot.
There's no one in your contacts named
Siri's really been in my face lately. Like, hey Siri, why don't you go away for a while?
Okay, I won't.
Okay, I won't. That was a Felix answer.
Feels like we're back in the classroom again.
Okay.
Sassy.
So just now, it's really smart before where we'd like wear a funny hat or something so you know which is the most recent.
Oh, do you want to put on?
I'm just pinning the post.
Okay. There's a lot. Oh, it's nice because it goes from a little bit of art to a lot of art.
Mm-hmm. So it's had 2 shares so far. That's amazing. I'm going to share it. And I'm going to copy the link. I'm going to email that link to my rich Uncle Ted.
The only person that has
Is who? Oh, that's fine.
Share it. It's still good.
Share it to me and be. You know what? Part of it's just an algorithm.
Okay. So, to explain a few things of how we run this place, everyone is welcome to bring pieces. Some people bring pieces already completed, and some people bring pieces they work on them here and then put them in the auction. So everybody's welcome. All materials are welcome. You'll see a wide variety. Artists set their minimum bid. Half the sales go to the artist, and half the sales just go to pay rent. Like Rich was saying, sometimes we have to put in. We'll see how November goes. There's 5 Wednesdays.
It hasn't cost. I mean, Jess and I have basically made enough for this space, and depending on how I add it up, we can add it up 3 different ways, but it works out to 2 Mustangs and a Corvette we could have bought for our family if we put it into ourselves instead of. Now, I also like to split it into a Mustang, a Corvette, and 2 Volkswagens because it's easier for me to say, like, if I were to break down the amount of money I've spent on art supplies in the last 10 years, selling my work and then giving 100% of what we sell into. Here's the stupid thing. Let me tell you how bad we are at like being business people. We buy copies of my book at full price from the bookstore. Bring the copies here.
We go shelf life so we can support shelf life.
Yeah, and sell the copies at full price. The money goes 100% into the gallery and we keep nothing. So we basically buy copies of my book
from one place
so that the gallery can make money off of us and that people can read my book. But that's how vain I am that I'll pay for my own book to be read.
I think it's nice. All right. So,
you know what, Galen? The only thing that matters is that you tried. You tried your best.
That are very important.
Nice you tried.
Okay. A few things that are very important. Artists. We will pay through e-transfer. So I think while we were doing the first half of this evening, I think I emailed out.
You can ask Morgan. We're super prompt at getting you your money on time.
I have a kind of a religious relationship with money, so that was just
I'll tell you something else though. Part of how we opened up this space was I had a gallery 30 years ago, and I sold my first art piece to a lady who was a stripper moving to Japan. And I have to admit, I was curious about the person that bought my art piece. So I walked into the gallery and asked, I used to call him my pimp, but I would ask my gallery curator, hey, where did my piece go? And he's like, oh, it's going to Japan. I'm like, somebody bought my piece. That's cool. He's like, yeah, some stripper that's moving to Japan. I don't know if that's the proper term, but he said some stripper moving to Japan bought my piece. I'm like, would it be cool to meet this person? He's like, oh, we don't let the artists meet the art buyers. And that was what art was like in this city for a long time. When I opened up Grill House, we took the structure that was in place for the art galleries that I dealt with, and we flipped everything. So the art gallery I dealt with would get paid on November 1st. They would not consider paying you until December 1st, and then they'd take their time to do it. But they had a mandatory 1 month holding on to your money, and then they would pay as quickly as they felt like it. they expected to have full rights to all of our content. So if I sold a piece to them, they wanted to have full rights to my imagery and my copyright. Just a lot of those, and basically on every level of my contract that I had with my gallery, we just flipped it. We said we'll pay you as soon as we can. Old days Gorilla House up right up until COVID. We used to pay people out before we even got paid. So we just be taking our own cash out of our pockets, giving it to the artists. People would pay us over the next few days. With the online, it's a little more sketchy that we tend to try and get people to pay out first. So if you haven't been paid right away, it's because the art buyer hasn't sent us the money quick enough. And then as soon as we get paid, we just split it up so we don't have to concentrate that hard. I love the door in the back. Show that one right there.
Nice. Okay, brings us to our next thing. So I will.
Yeah, if you can get some friends to watch online, they can advocate for your piece coming up.
But
first.
also, if you're curious about a piece, text and ask. Rich's phone number is 403-629-7424.
That's 403-629-7424.
Also,
403-629-7424.
if you need to leave, we eat. Are you
No one gets out
staying for
alive.
a little bit?
Until
Oh, and then just hand it back to me. But so the book that Galen has, if I don't have your e-transfer yet, if you could get your name in your e-transfer, because then I can get your
Pay if we get around to it.
sales to you. This weekend should be okay. So this is by Anne Christine. It's a beautiful acrylic on canvas panel. And the opening is $30. So for bidding as well, text 403-629-7424 and
Is that a CH Christine or a K Christine?
CH. Thanks, Galen. Lovely. Its opening is 30. Oh, that's nice.
I just clicked a picture on the screen that said, "Would you click the share button?" And 3 more people joined us.
Can I have your phone? I heard a ding.
Maybe $30 to Leanne
Yay!
for the door.
Here, leave it open. Okay, $30. Thank you, Leanne.
Can I have that back?
Sure. Sure. Okay, so. Sure, you can clap. Oh, we're ever.
It's not always this quiet, by the way.
Yeah.
This is yeah.
Yeah. So because we're reliant on the sound, we can't put music on in the background for the auction, but you guys are more than welcome to clap. And snaps.
Yeah.
I like that. That's nice. I like that a lot. We always do definitely the claps. Like, just wait. You guys are new selling, so we always go big round of applause for, So when you come up, so it was gonna be a surprise, but no, just kidding. Okay. Yeah, totally. So it's always the interesting thing always is we never know who's coming and we never know who's watching. So it's
$20 on both of Rich's raccoons.
Hold your horses there, Kelly. That's not what we're doing. This is by Jennifer Waters.
Oh, I think Kelly's saying, can she bid $20 on each, not both?
So yeah.
Both
so
would mean...
I want to show Jennifer Waters. So this is opening $40, and this is also opening
I'm sensing
$40.
from your body language not to show
the
raccoon.
I was holding me, so I'm sure.
Kelly, this is one of the raccoons, and you can certainly bid $20 on this one. It's on very high quality paper that's kind of magic, and just wait that one for a bit.
Okay.
And then it's a blue raccoon, and I'd be happy to start the bidding of this at $20 to Kelly.
Thank you.
And we were gifted some paper. We're gifted a ton of art supplies from people that were giving up on art, and we're gifted some frames as well. So in some cases we can frame some things, but there's 10 people with us online. Now, the nice thing about that is I don't know so much now. I think at least half those 10 people are watching with at least another person. So there's like, when it says 10, it means probably 20. But during COVID, sometimes there'd be groups of like 10 people getting together and watching the live feed, and they would have drinking games. So every time I'd do something stupid, they'd all cheer and drink.
Okay.
Morgan Paul's been with us since the beginning.
I kind of show this well on.
One of our $25 for the raccoon, the blue raccoon, right?
Oh, he's so little.
This is neat. I have this funny brush and it makes fur.
It's really
And for a while, I just thought it was that brush that I didn't wash properly. But then I noticed it's kind of like, does
Cut out?
anybody here cut hair? Any like haircutting people?
Oh,
Yeah.
I have. I've been cutting my hair since I was 17, and actually didn't do a good job of it this week, so I apologize. But have you ever seen those scissors that are like half scissors and they cut every other gap of hair? I got a brush like that. Maybe you guys have a brush like that too, but I just thought it was like a ratty brush that was good for fur, and then I realized it was designed that way.
So who bid 25 on this one?
Leanne. Thank you, Leanne.
Okay, so this is by Morgan. Morgan, would you like to talk about yours and your aunt's style?
Yeah, so my aunt in Merseyrac in Rockville Bridge is a face painter, and she has been adamant to not do Spider-Mans, so she does what's called toe painting. And toe painting is kind of a folksy brushwork style that you might find on a lot of dishware or I just paint on canvas as well, but it's
She
very-
won't do Spider-Man?
No, she just she want to maintain her
Her
creative.
own.
I guess it's just
Integrity?
Integrity, I guess.
Yeah.
So instead of doing tiger, she does a lot of she turns people into fairies, and it's, I don't know. It's very I don't know how to explain it.
No, it's cool. I just
Whimsical.
Yeah, very whimsical.
what are things that you won't paint?
What things do I paint? I try to avoid like cartoons.
Ah,
Like I try to like I won't do Spider-Man or like I don't know if I get shit for this, but like anime and stuff like that.
I was trying to wake my kids up in art the other day, and I said, "Okay, everybody, pull out a piece of paper and a pen." I said, without looking, I want you to draw me Charlie Brown from memory. And maybe while you guys are here, if you have pens, you could do that. But don't peek. Just try and do Charlie Brown from memory.
It's way harder
When
than
I
I
was a
thought.
kid, I loved drawing Dragon Ball Z,
Yeah.
and that was probably the last time I ever drew.
What is your opening bid for this amazing piece?
$10.
$10.
I'll bid $10.
$10 to Kevin. Kevan. Yes. I like that. But it's not so aggressive as like yelling and clapping, but it's like nice. And it's poetic. So currently Morgan's piece is at $10 to Kevin. Text 403-629-7424 if you would like to bid.
That's 403-629-7424. 403-629-7424.
Should I put? I'll put it over here.
Sure.
So the other thing that we have changed since COVID is we open up bids. We don't really time them out until we absolutely have to.
We could.
So if
$15 for Morgan's piece.
to who?
Leanne.
Leanne? Thanks,
We have one
Leanne.
buyer tonight.
20.
Let's go.
20 to
20?
Kevin. And is Kyle up at the front? So I think they had to go. So this one was upside down. Yeah, like that. No, it's like this other way. It's the other way. Sorry, I didn't know if I handed it to you wrong. Thanks.
Which way do you want it? This way?
The one more. Perfecto. So opening is 30 for this piece. Mixed media on canvas.
Oh, am I supposed to write down? Whose is that?
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Oh yeah, you can reach everything down. This is Kyle.
30.
Kyle opening 30. All right. Do you yeah. Thank you. I like that. Do you have an opening bid that you and we'll
Yeah.
So did you guys, I met
Here,
both
I'm
you
gonna
guys
take
at the
this.
same time on Instagram.
Okay, yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Did you coordinate that? Were you sitting together at lunch and then,
No, actually.
because it was almost at the exact $20 for Kevin's piece. It was almost How about now? Can you hear me now, Kelly? The code word is buffalo, 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 buffalo. Kelly, can you repeat to me buffalo, 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 buffalo? It's not quite as dynamic as police, police,
The answer's
police,
good.
police.
Yeah.
The title of the painting also is
Yeah.
just Hope Figure.
So opening 400 buffalo. Yes, sound is good.
Buffalo, 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 buffalo.
Oh, and I'll get Kevin. Leanne said buffalo, etc. Okay, perfect.
It can't be a buffalo, etc.
Sound is
If you say
back.
buffalo, 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 it doesn't make any sense.
He's lovely. Snap for Kevin. And it's Kevin. Sorry, this isn't Kevin. This is Ansi. And this is his first time selling with us or putting this piece in the auction. Yay! 400 opening bid.
Thank you so much.
So beautiful.
You know what? And
Thank
it's
you.
nice, like, because we can hang on to it or you can take it home. And if we don't get a bid for 400, like there are weeks where people snap that up. So I love when people start at a reasonable bid. I'm going to start my bids lower because I got to get the rent paid. I got a certain level of desperation that.
Can you help me get that one corner?
It's just A and
Okay. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. Iris, which one would you like to start with? This one?
That one, yeah. I'm not really sure how to price it to start. Maybe like 60.
60. So big snaps for Iris. It's her first time selling on a Wednesday with us. Opening 60. Multimedia piece. And did you say it was a self-portrait?
No, it's from you said baby heads.
Oh.
So I went for a weirdly sized baby head.
Baby heads.
What was your for the inspiration? It was baby heads. Project Bigger Than Yourself. What was the third one?
It was from the Big Bird book, and it was about birds soaring.
From the
I
Big
knew
Bird
it was
book?
about birds.
I know now.
Do you,
I can't
hey,
remember
how
either. It
long
was
before
something
you
about-
head back? You're here for a while?
I'm here till the 20th of December, and then I go back.
Do you want to put
Glasgow.
up a show before you go?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay. Because I'm
We're trying to
thinking,
organize a pop-up show. We're just looking for space.
Yeah.
We want to do like a collaborative work piece. But yeah, I've got loads of stuff.
Cool, wonderful. So opening is 60. If you'd like to bid, text 403-629-74.
oh, and now there's 13 people with us online.
Let's go.
I wonder if any of them are my family because I put it on my Facebook. And it's like just my family on my Facebook.
No, it's great if it is.
All right.
Do you want to come say hi to them?
One on the live stream.
Yeah, Joel, come put your
Yeah,
face on.
so
Yeah, here.
a show I've been drawing you guys. Where's the thing?
Right here.
Oh,
And
hello.
I'll tell you our secret, okay? You look into the camera
Yeah.
and you have to treat the lens of that camera like it's the most important person in the world. And then that's, you know where I got that from? It's the thing that Mr. Rogers and Mr. Dress Up had in common is that they would look into the camera and they would speak to that lens like each single child in the world that might be listening would
And
feel
like, be like,
cherished. Yeah,
Please buy my paintings.
sure.
Please buy my. No, I'm joking. But
That's
like,
totally valid though. Was that us?
yeah, that's you guys doing that.
What's your opening bid for this?
Super fun.
$5.
I'll bid 10.
10. Okay, 10. I've actually not finished it yet, but you can keep it hard.
I kind of like it unfinished.
You like it unfinished?
Yeah. There's a secret to that, right? When your work's unfinished and no one can ever criticize you.
Okay, I'll put it down now.
Okay. This is a really cute little either keychain / bag bubble by Sandra. Inspired by Frida Kahlo. It's a little felt stuffy, but also a lovely piece to attach to your purse.
Oh, wow. There's 15 people with us online. That could be 45 if there's 3 people per computer.
Opening $10 for Frida. Text 403-629-7424 if you would like to bid on this lovely piece.
How did she make it?
Sewed it. I made magic.
She
and-
stitched this face on?
Yeah, it's so cute.
Sandra has come in with such humility for such a long time
Yeah.
and has been hiding this talent from us. What's the opening bid?
$10.
Well, I'll bid $10 in this.
Is that Frida?
Yeah.
Maybe.
15.
15 to Morgan.
My former friend Morgan just bid against me for $15. Just kidding. It is pretty magic. See, and the thing is, like, this is a handmade piece of art that will be fantastic for Christmas for absolutely anyone you know.
Yeah. There's like cute little skull beads and tassels, so sweet. But it's really the face that makes it so cute.
Yeah. These lips remind me of something from my childhood that maybe I shouldn't be talking about, but there was a certain kind of, I know that the Barbie doll was based off of a German like sex toy, like not like, it was just like it was a saucy doll that they sold in stores, and it would, like, back in the old days, I think people didn't really get a chance to see stuff, but like having this beautiful sexualized doll was this amazing thing. And then the lady came back from like Germany and actually cast the doll, the Lily doll from Germany. Let's see.
Okay, so this one is by Kevin. It is opening at $30, and Kevin currently has amazing show up on the blue wall. And
So good.
yeah. So, Stefan, were you bidding on Kevin's piece or were you bidding on Morgan's piece? Because Stefan bid 20, but I didn't know if it was, he said on Kevin's, but I'm not sure if it was on Kevin's piece or on Morgan's piece because Kevin was
$20 for Kevin's piece, it says.
opening is 30, my dear.
Is the sound back on?
I'll drop it to 20.
20 is okay?
Yeah.
20? Okay, Stefan, you're good. Stefan, it is currently at $20 to you. Just confirm that this is the correct one that you're bidding on because I want to make sure that everything
I
is.
already confirmed that.
It also glows.
It says $20 for Kevin's piece.
Beautiful. We just hadn't put it up yet, so I wanted to make sure. When it's online, I just always want to make sure we're bidding on the piece people want.
Mhm.
Awesome. Okay, and oh my god, it's so cute.
This is my son Oliver.
Oliver!
So Oliver is, are you 21? Oliver's 21. He's been with us since he was 9. My younger son looks like Oliver did when we started. Your work keeps evolving and growing, and I'm so impressed with you. What is your opening bid for this?
$5.
I'll bid $10 to you, my son, and
So awesome.
and I'm so proud of you. Let's time a few things out. So this one got a bid for what? $20?
25. Yeah.
$25 going once, $25 going twice, $25 going 3 times. The time is 9:36. So we're going to leave a 10-minute lag for our friends around the world. That one is $25, right? What else do we want to try? Can we try this one? Yeah.
Door.
The door is a perfect one. Pass me the door. What is the bid for this?
30.
$30 going once, $30 going twice, $30 going 3 times. And I still got 9:36, so we'll give it 10 minutes for that one.
Okay, so it was actually, sorry, we have to, Stefan, this is the, Stefan was bidding on Morgan's piece because he was hearing that Kevin's name was coming up because Kevin bid on this. So Kevin currently has this one at 20. So Stefan, if you want to bid on this, you have to outbid Kevin on Morgan's piece. So it's currently at 20 to Kevin.
Where is Stefan?
Stefan might be in the States right now. Stefan is always like moving. So
Okay, we're not going to time that one out because we
Oh,
don't.
Stefan said 25.
$25.
Okay. Okay.
Are you guys receiving comments for the bids or?
We do by text, and Rich is always
Oh,
It's better if they text us
'Cause then
just
we-
to keep track because we have a
then-
better time down.
How does it work internationally?
They just text us 403-629-7424.
does text still work internationally? 1-403-629-7424.
No.
Because Daniel texted from London.
Yeah.
I think you
Are-
can. I think it depends on your contract. Some
Oh,
people have-
can I tell you this,
People
though?
can WhatsApp you again.
Can
If-
they
yeah,
contact
yeah.
you and you could bid for them?
And we do have WhatsApp.
Okay. No, I'm just
Yeah.
curious.
No,
Yeah.
totally.
Think about when I'm back home in Glasgow.
Yeah.
Tell people about the online auction,
Definitely.
how they'll pay.
So we do have WhatsApp and text if that works. And if they're stuck, we do keep track of the comments. So if we're stuck and they can't, we always want to make sure we can try to get whoever
I'll
can
just
bid.
imagine you guys driving out there on a van.
Kevin, 30 on Morgan's? Okay. Perfect.
Do we have anybody from out of town with us currently?
So I shared the link on Threads, and it's like a really busy comment section right now. Big audience or big followers. I don't know. I
Oh,
don't know how social media works. But
I don't either.
following.
There's 15
Thanks.
people with us right now. That's pretty good.
that's awesome.
But you know how you share links sometimes. It's like, oh, that's a questionable link, but this guy just validified it. He's got a big following. So
That's cool.
I don't know.
Thank you.
Because I suck at sharing.
I'm good.
I'm good. You are
Oh,
good.
Does that mean he's not
I
bidding?
think he's I think he's out.
I thought he was just telling me how he's doing.
Well, that's nice too.
It is.
Okay. Should we trade these?
Yeah.
This is by Alex. I have the hiccups. Opening bid is $20 for the obelisk. Yes. Obelisk by Alex. Ow. That's painful.
And reference to Van Gogh Starry Night, I think. Yes. So, do you ever watch that? I don't guess. Like, I guess if you guys are in art school, maybe you're doing a lot of writing. But what's that art series that we're talking about?
Masterpieces Explained.
Have you ever
or
seen
Great
Master
Art?
Great
Great
Art
Art
Explained
Explained?
on?
They
get-
Yeah.
So I was just watching Great
Oh, I
Art
haven't seen
Explained.
that one yet. He was watching
On
the
Van Gogh?
one, and I
Yeah.
The Gardener Birthday Delights
Yeah.
one is what got me into Bosch.
Yeah, right.
Okay, cool. I'll watch it.
And you know, Van Gogh had like literally hundreds of, not hundreds. He had like 50s of paintings looking out his window. Can you please put that-
Sorry. I literally fall asleep sometimes listening. Like not fall asleep, but like I'm like entranced by you, and then I'm just like waving things in your face. I apologize.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
Okay.
Stefan's in Wyoming.
Yeah, nice. So that what I didn't realize is the Starry Night was like something he painted on his last night at the asylum or last couple days, and that he'd spent an entire year looking out that window. And there's like so many paintings of that exact same view that you never see as the same spot because you're sitting looking out that he took a year off, spent some time in the asylum, but he kept painting this one landscape, and it never occurred to me that it was the view from his room in the asylum. And I just had this really amazing moment of like contemplation, because sometimes you feel like you're not moving fast enough, you're not doing enough, or you're doing the same old thing. And I think what made Starry Night probably one of the most important paintings ever was that Van Gogh had lived such an intense life, got put in an institution, and then spent a year looking out the window, and then just all in the last days when he's feeling up, let her rip in the daytime. It didn't occur to me until afterwards that he probably painted it from memory. And I'd seen so many pictures of the same landscape, I never put them together. I guess I imagined that he just had a space in the field that he used to go out to. But I love that painting so much. I love this painting so much.
Opening is $20.
I like that you're like free to paint on the backside of the board.
Well, I actually ended up painting something kind of similar to that, like about 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I just kind of mixed a whole bunch of colors. I was messing around with it.
Yeah.
And I decided, why not revamp it a little bit, give it some extra color.
Do you have paintings that you go back to all the time?
Yeah, there are some that I'll go back to and rework, redo. The ones that I really like.
I paint Hopper's Nighthawks twice a year. I don't know why. It's a compulsion I have. I paint Guernica all the time. I sketch Guernica. I paint Guernica. Just not as well as Picasso, I'll say, but it's just a thing that I do. I've actually spent probably 10 years trying to pull off a Rothko, and I can't. So it's like people look at Mark Rothko and they go, "Oh, my little brother could do that." I'm like, that's not true.
Try
Give
it. Try it.
Give it a shot.
I
Yeah.
was a dream of doing a Rothko with an IRA member in it.
Yeah.
And then call it a Roth IRA.
I like that.
I'm laughing on the inside. Jess and I talk about this all the time because there's lots of things I think are super funny, but I don't laugh on the outside. And Michael Roy gives me such a hard time. We love going to Loose Moose. See Oliver. And Michael Roy's a good friend of ours, and he's often the star of the play. And he's actually called me out during the audience. He's like, Are you having a nice time? And it's like, it's funny. I get it. I just don't always laugh out loud. It's like a problem I have with my personality. And now that just sounds like sarcasm, but it's not. I think you're funny. I get it. Also, I don't watch funny movies because I just wait for them to end. And then I was talking to a friend of mine at work about how I never really thought Napoleon Dynamite was funny. He's like, of course you didn't. And I was like, oh.
Of course you didn't.
Maybe it wasn't so much that I was highbrow, but what was an opening bid for this? Sorry.
$20.
$20. And do we have a bid for $20? The back's nice too.
That's nice too. We are.
Are we in a country where anybody has $20? That's the concern. Okay. What about this?
All right. And what's your name?
Chad.
Chad. Big snaps for Chad. Also first time tonight. Would you like to say anything about your work? And what?
Kind of from my trip to Egypt colors anyway. And then yeah, it's kind of different every way you turn it. So
I think this is the way up. Am I correct?
yeah, that is it.
What's your opening bid?
40.
40?
Can
I didn't mean to cut you
here's
off.
what I'd like to do is I'd like to whip through these and show them. Is 40 the same bid for all of them?
Sure.
Okay, and then what we can do is we'll zero in on one tonight to get a bid. Maybe if everybody's fighting over different ones, and just try and find out which one we're going to sell tonight. And then so there's this one. So the first one we could call Egypt, yeah, and this one we'll call Splosion.
House
Splosion. And this one's my favorite of the group. And then there's this one this way.
Other way.
This way. And the hardest part of this is I'm watching it in the mirror
Yeah.
reflection of the camera. So it's not even that I know what you mean when you say upside down because it's upside down backwards already. So yeah, we'll show these.
We'll keep an eye on the text. And see.
Yeah.
People from home are good at describing what they want to bid on too. So
It's so funny because I'm looking at this and I say, what is this?
Like a bird.
Okay, I'm seeing this and I'm seeing something that could be an abstract bird. And I'm looking on this screen, I'm seeing something an abstract bird. But on this screen, the color's different and there's a big pink penis sticking out in the middle. And do you see it?
because we were talking about
Oh, yeah,
penises
that's-
earlier. Yeah.
Now I cannot see.
No, I can't.
Well, it's really prominent on this screen, but not so much in real life and on that one.
Well, there you go.
Okay. What do you got there?
So, more pieces by Iris.
Are these together?
Yay!
I think that one's actually mounted.
Yeah. So ready to hang? And would you like to say anything about this piece?
It's from Inglewood's. When I went to Inglewood to watch some live music. I haven't decided how much it's worth. Like 50, 60. I've already put them all around the same
Perfect.
50, 60 bracket.
Awesome. So text 403-629-7424 if you would like to bid.
No.
Put these. Sorry. I want to put these ones so they don't get. Is it okay if I put them here? I'll keep it in the text messages. Okay, next. We're going to. Right. One hand doing everything. Okay. All right. So these two are by Justin. Is Justin still here? No, just had to go. So these are both opening at 5. So they're kind of like the cloud game we were talking about last time. Yes. Yeah. So opening 5 for that one by Justin. Yay!
They're super delicate and they're super. There's a real quality to these. I bought one last week. Really love them. They make great gifts and cards and things too.
All right. Okay. So some beautiful pieces here. There's a few here I want to show by email. This one's really cool. So I see the magical flower in the background. Were you doing that with your kids at school?
I was doing this at lunchtime on supervision when I should have been paying attention. I was listening to Johnny Cash, and I painted a highly realistic looking Johnny Cash that looked a little bit more like that.
Yeah.
And, I was just talking to the kids and goofing around, and then I painted over them because I didn't want to get up a new paper, and then painted them again. Sometimes, I don't know if you find this when you just like, you want to do something, but it's in your mind, and it was really good. And I set the peak here, and then I was just being a goofball, so I splashed water on it because I was too lazy to get new paper. And then I put the the flower of life with my compass. And then when I went back and I started sketching it in, I kind of had drawn Johnny Cash a few times, and then he turned into this crazy spooky ghost. And I'm not sure if it's still Johnny Cash anymore, but it kind of took on its own thing. And you can have this piece for $5.
I'll bid 5.
I'm just gonna give you this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
What about this lovely one next to you?
This one's kind of special.
It's really beautiful.
Because I'm 52 and I've been drawing for 50 years and painting for 50 years. And there's moments where it's like I'll pull something out from the 90s that I've been doing for what? How long was that? 40 years. And then people that, my friends that think they know me, they don't know me. They're like, oh, a new style. I'm like, no, this is like one of my oldest styles, man. Like, it's just,
You're right.
it's
Look
such
like
an
some of the old ones.
and they're being kind to me. They're loving me. They're giving me some cherishing support. They're like, oh, this is the thing new. It's like, no, this is like my oldest. But I haven't painted like this. This is just a new voice that I discovered in myself. I kind of like it. It looks a little bit like maybe a little bit like this kind of paintings your parents threw out of the pool room. Like, like they probably had a row of cups and maybe one of the cups was a boob. And then another cup was a German like beer thing. And they had a pool table that nobody ever played on and maybe an 8-track. And then they would have thrown paintings like this out or even posters of paintings like this out. But I really enjoy, I was just goofing around today and I painted Marilyn Monroe writing. And it just happens to be in a really expensive IKEA frame because we're gifted a bunch of frames. So don't think it's special because of that. But I don't know. It's not a departure for me. It's just like, do you guys draw and then look at your hands and go, where did this come from? Like this was just a new voice. It's like a new accent. It's like I woke up with a bit of an Irish brogue or something. And I quite like it because it's a little, so I'm only because I haven't gotten bored of looking at it yet. I'm gonna start the bid for this at $50 because I can kind of live with keeping it for a bit.
It's really lovely. And it's cool. I was saying we have the book of Marilyn Monroe's writing.
Yeah.
It was like collected from like napkins and stuff that she saved.
Can I do a couple of mine and then if
sorry,
anybody
yeah,
wants to bid on them,
Yeah.
we'll
Sorry. Sandra says, I love Marilyn. I have her all over my room. It's beautiful, Rich.
Okay, this is my painting of
That one of the pieces of inspiration was your art is bigger than you are.
So right there on the wall, there is a the original Gorilla House sign. Rumble House was previously Gorilla House. Those two signs were about 15 feet. Just like the guy that can slam dunk would have maybe missed it by an inch, right? But we also hung those signs with Velcro for like a year and a half, and nobody ever got them. So that's my Gorilla House. This is my silly picture of me and my gorilla, and the
I bid 20 on this.
$20 to Jesse. It's going once,
I
going
like
twice.
it because it's that I. 25 to Morgan. I like it because it's like that.
They're-
like the things
They're
you
betting
create
against each
become
other because I
bigger.
told them I didn't think it was any good, and they're just trying to annoy me.
I really like it.
This is a bear bomb I did while I was waiting for my other one to dry, and before it's just a bear bomb, and that's all it is.
Here's
So,
another bomb.
oh yeah, another bear bomb. So if you'd like either of my bear bombs, this one has a black light background, so it'll probably look pretty nuts under black light.
So we're gonna try and put this down in a
This is what I'm selling to be a stinker because I got commissioned to work on a book, and it's about AI, and my publisher didn't keep the original artwork, and then she asked me if I'd redo it, so I redid it. So this is actually the cover of a book that's coming out, and if my publisher's not watching, she can't bid on it. I'm like, oh, I sold it in the auction. I thought you'd want it. So I'm gonna open the bidding up at $50 because I might be destroying a lifelong mentorship career I have with my publisher. But I'm also like, you snooze, you lose. So this one, the cover of a book that's coming out probably next year. Opening bid for that's $50. Sorry?
Yeah. You got your self-portrait here.
Oh.
Morgan's self-portrait. Just in case you sleep well at night.
Here. Beautiful. What's your opening bid, Morgan? $10.
I'll be 10.
$10 to Iris.
Da, da, da.
Ah.
Awesome. Is somebody writing that down?
Oh yeah, I will.
This is Alvin.
Alvin. So Alvin was working at the front with Kyle there and Amanda.
Are you bidding, Tony, on this?
Yeah, after
Can you put it over there?
No, Morgan has this one.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
25?
I thought you were just messing with me.
Hold it. Sorry, I have to
Oh,
cut
serious? Yeah.
Morgan.
What's your name?
Iris. Rich. Morgan. Opening for Alvin's is $30.
Can you pass me this?
Yes.
This is one of those funny things about a slow
night.
night like tonight is I painted this at school last week, and again, this was another kind of unique voice where I'm just kind of pissing around with this really old paper that I haven't really had a chance to work with, and it's really fun, and sometimes it makes fuzz for you. So I had this raccoon just kind of explode out of my hands when I wasn't thinking that hard, and I was going to sell it last week, and I put it up. And several of my friends like, oh, where's the raccoon? I was like, I totally forgot to bring it in last week because I left it at school. And then I told them I'd bring it up tonight, and they haven't shown up, so they can go to hell. And so this was hanging in our kitchen, and I was so pleased with myself that I got to keep a piece, but I've authentically put it in the auction now.
What's your opening?
My opening bid's $50.
$50 opening bid.
Yeah. Is that Kelly? Yeah,
I'm
sorry,
Kelly.
Kelly. I wanted to explain earlier that I kind of wanted to keep this one and start the bid a little higher. So you can bid on it, but the opening bid is $50.
This is by Brenda.
Did she get her other pieces back?
I have to go through them and return the one she wants. 'cause
Okay, so
it's a
she
whole
dropped this
box.
off.
Yeah. So I said I was going to keep
This is our neighbor Brenda.
Yeah.
And you might think this is a goblet, but I actually think it's a lamp.
Kelly bids 50 on the raccoon. Pure joy on the face. It is hard letting go of your pieces sometimes, and I think that's part of this space is like
It's fine. Kelly from where?
Is it Kelly from Mode Models?
No.
No.
Kelly does crazy ass teddy
Oh, I'll
bears
show you
with fangs and
Kelly's
stuff.
work.
So.
Crazy ass teddy bears with fangs.
Are you guys models?
No.
We've modeled.
So this one is. It looks to me like she sandblasted.
Yeah,
parts
she
of this
said
off.
it is sandblasted. Yeah.
And it was it dark on the outside and then red on the inside.
Yeah,
So it's not painted. It's like
sandblasted.
red
Resist. Yeah.
glass on the outside. This is you have to touch this. Have you guys taken glass blowing?
No.
My flatmate's a glass blower.
Yeah, you know what? It's such an addictive trait.
She's gone from she never ever did it, and now she's there in the studio every day.
Yeah.
9 to 5, she's obsessed.
Yeah, no, I what are your majors?
Currently in ceramics, but probably sculpture.
Yeah, and
I went from ceramics to sculpture too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah. I triple majored. I didn't apply to sculpture painting, but I did enough credits to graduate with. I did a 5-year program and did enough credits to do sculpture painting. I was in the drawing department officially, but I always took one or two glass classes a year, preferably in the winter because it's like going to the beach.
Stephanie bids 55 on the raccoon. Sorry.
Can we just pass this around though? Because I think she cut into this and sandblasted into this, and it's just you gotta touch it.
Thank you.
Is it pure
Rocky
glass?
Raccoon.
Yeah.
Checked into
She was
his
explaining
room
it to me at the front.
only to
And
find
she was talking
it
about the
in
resist
Bible.
and then the sandblasting.
Over here.
So
Isn't it wild to touch?
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of texture to it.
it's really cool.
I'm scared.
Gina says hello.
All you have to do is hold.
I like this one.
I got more for you, I guess.
Well, what?
Paintings.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Did this get a bid? What's the opening bid for this?
30.
30. This one's trying to find a home. This is really funny because he was putting work in and it wasn't selling well, and I bought 4 or 5 pieces. And then I suggested he put up a show. We put up a show. He brought in a ton of stuff. I put up the pieces that I sold and donated back to them. He sold the whole wall off, but then he's been having a tough time moving his pieces lately. I think sometimes, you know, you can't oversaturate the market if you sold off all your pieces. Your mom says, what's the bid on the raccoon? $55. $55 to Jesse's mom.
No, it's at 55 to Stephanie, Mom.
Oh,
So you have to
okay.
bid 60.
Can I tell you what a great stepmother-in-law?
Grandmother-in-law?
Step grandmother-in-law?
Yeah. Step-
Jess's mom was willing to take
We
Felix
call her Mima.
on the off chance that he might not have COVID because his bio mom and his stepdad are both sick. And so Felix isn't sick. He's like in this house, locked in the room by himself with an iPad. And, so he's not complaining, but I was pretty impressed with Jess's mom, who was willing to take him in and keep him from getting the.
Kelly bid 60.
It's so funny because tonight, like 60 is like 600. This is a slow night. So
Yeah.
my ego is like kind of repaired a little bit, but also this is probably the piece I wanted to keep the most in a long time. So I love that you guys are bidding on it, but you're not my friends anymore. Just kidding. Just kidding.
This is one of Kelly's pieces. So it is a polar bear backpack.
Yeah. Does this look like Kelly from Mode Models? Is this what she does?
It's a he.
Oh, Kelly Straight. Oh, I see.
That's so cool, dude.
So yeah, Kelly wires all her pieces with always different color eyes and handmade fangs that glow in the dark as well.
This one's extra
Black
like,
thing.
whoa, what's going
And-
on?
What's the stunning bit?
It's is this 50? This one? $50
I feel like this could be a
opening bid.
conversation starter. It could also be a conversation ender, you know?
Yeah, and it's also a functional backpack,
Like, let's just say you're,
Walking alone at night. I feel
right?
Yeah.
Like whips it out and threw it at someone.
or like just picture you're sitting in a pub and somebody comes up to speak to you and you don't really want to speak to them. You're like, I don't know. I'm just- and pull like weird things out, like
Or just talk to it.
an avocado. You know.
I remember
Do you think I should go out with him?
No.
That's a
$65 to your mom.
repellent for sure.
Unless it's the right kind of person, and then it's an attractive, and then it's like, right?
It's like, oh, you're.
It's a good filter.
Does anybody want to torment my publisher who should have showed up tonight and bought this piece? Maybe sell it to her at the
I was gonna
aftermarket.
say, should I buy it? And then say,
No,
No.
I just found that to be a stinker. This was a really hot smoking picture. I don't twice this week. I paid to Marilyn Monroe. I don't like this one. I think.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Did you say that?
Yeah, how much?
Yeah. No, it's a gift.
I'm
This one I think is quite good compared to that one. I was just pissing around with that. I will tell you that the orange is a black light. So
It's beautiful.
yeah,
It's
thank you.
so beautiful.
I feel bad. I feel like I'm hogging all the pieces.
That's okay.
That's okay.
We're just really, to tell you the truth, we're glad you showed up
I'm
because
gonna have to trade you.
I like that idea.
One of my works.
We'll talk about that.
I brought so much, so.
We'll talk about that.
So, now I have to remember, hold on, the name of this lovely Justin and
Okay,
Holly.
Holly.
Holly, these are both opening at $5. All three of them are opening. This one was canvas, acrylic on canvas, and those two, they're all $5 each. I am not doing well in my brain. I apologize. It's not okay in here today.
It's not okay next to you. What's going on?
I don't know. I'm trying to keep my stuff.
Are you
locked in.
tired?
Horribly
You have
tired.
migraine.
It's a migraine. It's tired. It's.
I think I'm picking up on your energy tonight.
I apologize for that.
Oh, so cool upside down.
Is it that Wednesday where everybody's waiting for the next paycheck? Is that what's the date
Towards the end
today?
of the month.
Yeah.
We used to know like the schedule for when the stinkers were coming. Like, oh, it's that Wednesday where people can't afford ramen. You know, we're trying to have an auction. It's like, oh man, can you pass me this though? Oliver's.
Yeah.
I'm actually really thrilled with
This
this.
is so beautiful. Also, Alex, your other piece here is
Wow, that's
Alex.
awesome.
The Many Faces of Fear and Frustration by Alex. Opening 120.
Ooh.
So beautiful.
Ugh, this one just triggered a yawn out of me.
Yeah.
How effective is that? Hey.
Yeah, the details. So beautiful.
I didn't trigger a yawn for anybody here.
I was waiting for my ladies to come.
So powerful.
Okay. So did I start the opening bid for this at 50?
Yes.
Kind of works out. I'll put this up where I had my
Raccoon.
raccoon in the kitchen. Okay. And then what else we got? Where's those three that you brought in? The paper ones.
Oh, they're here.
So there's actually 16 people with us on the line as well. Probably indication that not so much a slow night as just we're living in a country where everybody's tapped.
I like
Whoa.
your oh sorry.
Rhythmic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not just snapping.
Keep people awake, you know?
Yeah, on your toes. Like when Rich knocks on the door here, he has a very specific knock, so I know who it is when I'm locked in.
I
by
syncopate a
myself.
rhythm. It's never been the same rhythm twice. Basically, if you wanted to break in when Jess was here, you just do something
No.
that sounded like you're
But like one time, he
6 in one hand and 4 in the
he
other.
didn't do a crazy rhythm.
Just on the weekend, yeah, it's like
He
super.
was just so calm. And I still opened it. I was like, that wasn't a very exciting rhythm. He was like, you still opened the door. And I was like, I felt it was you. Was that a bid? No, Instagram.
You
Okay.
have to let go.
I can't let go. This is really lovely. I like that. Here, I'll put it back so they don't get. Okay. I keep looking. Okay. Morgan, you have this one at 15.
Yeah.
I think, right? I think so. Okay. I'm going to look at the
Poor
sheet.
Morgan came here to make some money. Spending all your
No,
money.
he did.
Spending all your
This
money,
is
Morgan.
beautiful. That one-
No, I'm not complaining. I'm
Yeah.
We'll leave it
No,
out over here at the end of the month.
it's beautiful. I want fingers to go.
those
So
lips are
beautiful.
so hot.
I love, and do you see even you haven't even seen up close yet. The little teeth behind the cute little lips. So cute.
Oh yeah.
It's so sweet.
Whoa. That's awesome.
Yeah.
No shit, inspired.
This was painting I made of Jess last summer, and then it went through several changes. Hey, it was like lots. The original was back to Marilyn Monroe. I had used a projector to project images onto her, and so one was a soup can, the other was
CBGB bathroom.
no, that was a long time ago.
Oh, I thought that's what.
So, but we took photos of her with projection on her just to mess up my eyes, really. And this one I think might have been it was
It was Marilyn Monroe because her eyeball's right there.
that was. So there's
And I love that the eyeball was in my belly.
yeah, there was a Andy Warhol, Marilyn Monroe, like a lot of Marilyn Monroe tonight, but this went through so many iterations because it didn't land right because working from a photo of a person with a photo of a print of a lady projected onto you so that the light was all wrong.
Yeah.
And then I had a really hard time separating her from the background when I was working from the finished amalgamation of images.
Yeah.
And it just never felt right. And then we sold it. And
Oh,
again,
and a poem. You did a poem on top too.
right, there was text. Yeah, because I don't know if you do this. Sometimes the painting's not hitting you the right way, so you just text over top. So this went through layers and layers and layers and layers. But somehow the main form just kept sticking. And then we sold it to our friend Chelsea, who's sold her house. And like, this is actually, we're going to shut down the gallery next year because we really are hitting a point where the people that have been buying art from us are starting to downsize their houses. And so a couple times this summer, people were giving us art back to sell to help support the gallery. But it's like, how do you sell artwork to people that are losing their homes? And so this came back, and I was just tinkering with it the other day, and I repainted the face, but it got really like plastic, very, very cartoon-like, very hard-edged.
Like
And
you were
then-
saying, Morgan, like it's just like the style he didn't want to go for, and then he just kept repainting. the
Yeah,
face.
and then so just the other day, I took a wet paper towel and I started wiping out the face, which brought back the green layer. And
That's cool.
the funny thing is that the first layer at the bottom lined up perfectly with the last layer on the top. So there's actually, if there was like 10 paintings here, this green eye was attached to Jessica from August.
Oh, look at her.
And it just needed a slight variation on this eye, which was from
That's
before I
cool.
sold it. And so there's multiple, and you know what? If you got bored of this painting, you just take a paper towel and wipe some of it down because some of it's
They
washed.
would all work together.
Okay, so the opening bid for this is $5. And if you get mugged on the way home, you can hit somebody with it.
I love
Plus-
this one.
I love these toes.
Yeah,
Come on.
I'll bid 50. I don't want.
You bidding 50?
Yeah, I'm bidding 50.
See, it's not a bad thing for her to bid 50, and I'll tell you why. If we don't make rent, we got to make up the difference. So,
Yeah.
like, we can
I'm
either,
gonna put 50 in either way.
so she can bid on the piece, but if somebody wanted it for 50, then
Yeah,
then,
then-
they can bid on it.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You should not. bid $5.
Well, we've sold here. Sometimes your best pieces go for $5, and you were talking about Kelly Strait. We were at a event.
Yeah, the look of
It wasn't Look though. It was at Splash of Red, and I did a painting in 45 minutes. It sold for $2,500, and it wasn't my best painting. So the value that your work sells for is not an indication of the quality of your work. The value of that your work sells for is really the value that would signify the taste
Yes.
and the financial means of the people that bought your work. And so if their taste and their means is awesome, you can sell a piece. And like I said, it was a crappy piece. Like I was not proud of that piece.
But you just didn't.
I had 45 minutes. I whipped it off and it went for $2,500. And I was not pleased with myself. Now I'll tell you another story is when we first opened, I'd been selling for in the 300 and 400 range for a couple weeks in a row. And this was the first week where I just nailed this really cute piece. I loved it. I got overexcited and I put like light bulbs in the eyes a light bulb for the cigarette. Yeah. I took the bike light off of my cigarette and just drilled a hole in like in the last second. It was just, and everybody loved the pop nature of having a lit cigarette in my painting. And the bidding stalled out at $75. And I was kind of like, oh, that was fun while it lasted. And then the guy that bought it went to the back, paid on the machine, paid $75, asked if we would hold on to it till he had somewhere to live. Because he was living in a tent in an alley and he had $75 in the world. And some nights you sell a piece for $75, it might be 100% of what a person has. Wow. Some nights you can sell for $500 to somebody that, has everything and it's nothing to them. But it was super humbling. And, as soon as I found out he had nowhere to go, I wanted to give him the painting and not take the money. He's like, I want to be treated like every other human being in the world. And it felt good to buy that piece for $75. So we try not to get too hung up on that. But, that's why we make a gap between what we do in 2 hours here and our studio work too, right? Like some of the stuff is just stuff I whipped off while I was,
like you said, waiting for one piece to dry and then I finished
I try not to do work when I'm teaching because technically the school board owns my work if I do it at school. But on my lunch hour, if I whip something off or... Okay, so you're bidding 50 on this?
Iris, did you want to show these ones?
This one.
And what would you like? The same thing, $50, $60 range?
Yeah.
I really look at this one.
Love it.
So also by Iris. And would you like to keep your pieces here to put in next week, or would you like to take them with you and then kind of decide if you'd like to put?
I'll leave that one if
Here?
that one doesn't sell,
Okay.
and then maybe I'll swap for these.
Okay, for sure.
I quite like these. Actually,
It's totally up to you. No, you keep them with you, and then there's no stress. It's really. If it helps to leave them here, then that's good. But if you'd like to keep them with you, then that's good too. Any other pieces did I not show? So that one.
Does anybody have any work they still want to show?
Yeah.
Show.
Is there one
Yeah.
here?
I think Bruno still hasn't shown me.
Yeah, I have one thing too.
Would you like to share it? Yeah, I'm so sorry. I wanted to ask, and I was like, I'm not going to push. Yeah, for sure. Come grab your.
I think I put them in the back.
Here, it's a little bigger. I'll get out of the way so you can show it. Yeah, first time showing your work here too. Oh, so beautiful. So Bruno.
It is actually landscape that way. Yeah.
You tricked me by putting the text on the back.
Yeah. Sorry.
Would you like to talk about your piece?
I don't know what to say. I made this like very. I used to live in Sylvan Lake, and I wanted to make like a landscape that I always visited there. So this is just that landscape, and the lighting is kind of strange. It's kind of like this yellow, green, orange lighting.
Did you grow up in Sylvan Lake?
I spent a lot of years there.
What's it like in the winter?
Horrible. There's nothing to do. The kids are starting out.
No, like I've grown up. I think I've
I love
grown
it,
up in
yeah.
Sylvan Lake my whole life, but just July's.
Yeah. No, I loved it. I like driving on the frozen lake.
And where did you go to school?
In like back then.
Yeah.
Red Deer, St. Joseph High School.
Oh, so you went from Sylvan Lake to Red Deer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess it's not far from Red Deer, right?
No, it's not at all.
And like, did they have a TV show about Sylvan Lake?
You know what? Someone did film something.
There's a TV show
Yeah.
about living in Sylvan Lake.
In Sylvan, yeah.
And I remember wondering what that would be like because that's when I started wondering what the rest of the year was like in Sylvan Lake because it's like a super crowded beach space in the summer and then nobody lives there in the winter. So night and day, right?
It's definitely dead in the winter, but it's beautiful. Man, price. I think I'll actually do starting bid like 350. Yeah, for this.
The texture is really lovely.
Thank you. Yeah, all oil paints. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And if you have some stuff, you guys, if you want, we can start putting together like an order to put some shows up on this blue wall too. If you want to show some stuff.
That would be amazing.
How much of the space can you take over for a show?
We can talk. It's easier for us if we just do it on the blue wall. We used to do. It sounds like such a horrible answer. We used to do the whole gallery all the time.
So this, it's changed so much that when we first opened, all of the walls were white. We had everything was wall sticks.
There wasn't all this junk in here, but we weren't as dependent on the live feed for sales. So like, I mean, when COVID came, life sucked because it was really tough before COVID. During COVID, Jess and I were basically in this space here, and the rest of the room was filled with art supply donations. Like 4 or 5 people came and donated
we were
whole
trying to give
studios.
it to all of the
We gave all that
artists
stuff away, but
that were
after
working.
COVID broke, when we let people back in, it was packed and we're online. And then the second COVID, we actually did really well when people were stuck home the second time for COVID. After that, a weird shift happened where the people that were buying the artwork started buying from home. And the people that were coming in tended to be artists. So we still have the same space where people are making art, but the art buyers don't get their bodies in as much. So the way it usually works is if we put up a show, your show's up right now, and you had some friends come by to see them. That was nice too, right? So like getting stuff on one wall is kind of a good balance that we can get people in and your family will come see it, and it's a boost. But when we try and take over the whole gallery like we used to, we need the bodies in the space to make it work.
Can I send you a proposal?
She said, can I send you a proposal?
Sure, yeah. You put the emphasis on the wrong syllables.
If I send you like I'll make you a Google Drive doc. And you can look through what I'm thinking. And then I can send it to
Would you like to show more of your work?
Oh,
Or
I have,
did
like,
you want to talk?
I have
to
like
her?
cheaper, like ready to hang work too that I could show.
Yeah, do you want to show them online?
Yeah, for sure.
Come on up.
Yeah,
Show
sure.
them yourself. Get on camera.
Yeah, sure.
Hey guys, can you see me? Okay. I don't know if this is visible. It's just one of my pieces called Grasp, and this will start at 100 for bids.
And what material are you?
This is on mat board, 2 mat boards, kind of like glued together, and then oil paint.
Oil.
Yeah, and then similar to that, this piece is also on mat board, and it is called Walking Home.
Is it weird that I'm sniffing them?
You totally go for it. It's not weird at all.
Oil's my medium,
Yeah.
but we get donated stuff, and then I got a ton of like acrylic, and then I got a ton of like gouache.
Mm.
So like my gouache dries out the fastest, and my acrylic isn't as resilient as my oil. So
Yeah.
literally, I'm just trying to burn out this.
Also, you don't really have time. Like oil, you like doing in the summer more because then you have like time to.
But I just smell it, and I'm just like,
right? Like it's so nice to dig.
What do you
it
use to
up
clean your
and
brushes?
wait.
I don't clean my brushes
Oh, yeah?
as often as I should. Yeah, all my brushes are kind of like messed up at the moment.
something that really blew my mind is when I got back into Gorilla House, I was avoiding using the oil paints because I had such bad experiences with the cleaning.
Mhm.
And Elijah was just an animal. He'd use gasoline to wash his hands. You know, it's
Oh my
just
god.
nuts. I think he was like being bravado or whatever.
A
But
little
like the
bit.
problem is if there's gasoline nearby and the
Yeah.
phone rings, you're like, oh, you're like just this one last time, and you get
Yeah.
the oil off so you can pick up the phone. And I was just sitting there like, I gotta stop doing. Like I know that these chemicals are sinking into my fatty tissues, and I had this flash to this duck that they had an oil spill and they were using Blue Dawn to clean the ducks. And it suddenly occurred to me that I could use Blue Dawn for all my oil paints.
Yeah.
And
I also know that like using like olive oil or like any other kind of oil, like seed oils,
Yeah,
you can get the paint off, and then you can just kind of give it
Yeah.
another wash with soap afterwards.
easily after.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then just gets all the paint off completely.
Jess is down with the terpenoids.
Yeah.
No, but the oil, like you said, you don't need to necessarily use
Mhm.
the chemicals. So
Yeah.
good. So $100 opening for
Yeah,
those?
$100 opening for this. I was made these like during autumn and winter, like the transition between the seasons. And yeah, I think it's kind of just like the feelings I experienced walking home with my partner, and just kind of seeing the environment. It's very beautiful, and just So $100 each.
Is this across the street from?
It's kind of like I don't know. It's abstracted landscape for sure. It's not really like directly observational. It's kind of
Okay.
like a culmination of.
It does
all
sort of
around-
feel like when you're walking down the hill past
Yeah.
the big statue of Robert the Bruce.
Yes, kind of like that, and then just I don't know. I just like the
I had this-
the street lights.
I had this crazy moment back when I went there,
Mhm.
because we used to park at the bottom of that hill. You can't park at the bottom of the hill anymore,
Really?
or can you?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So like, if you're willing to walk up that hill, there's free parking.
Yeah. Oh,
And I remember,
People would walk any distance now if there was free parking.
yeah. So there's this weird triangle cutting through this tree where half the tree had leaves and half the tree didn't. And I'd walk by this tree every day. I was like, what's going on with this tree? What's going on with this tree? And then as the light shift, we ended up going home in the dark. And the first night I walked home in the dark, I noticed that there's a street light that cut right through that tree. And that was
oh,
happening as that street light was keeping the leaves alive.
oh
And so
my
half the
God,
tree wasn't dying in the winter because it was so close to the street light.
That's crazy.
And it's one of these trees.
Wow, that's amazing. Cool. Good to know. All right.
Okay, I think. Did you want to show falling water, or should we
We
just?
can.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're gonna.
This piece doesn't have to go in the frame if you don't want it. You could have the frame if you want it. It's kind of like a Planet of the Apes versus Falling Water. I started with Falling Water. Actually, if you hold it up to the reference photo that I worked from, it's pretty bang on, although it doesn't have has a more modernistic feeling, I think. And kind of, when I say Planet of the Apes, I mean like the 1960s Planet of the Apes. But
It's lovely.
I don't remember why I did that. I did it the other day.
It is lovely.
Got a couple pieces from Figure Drawing. I like them because they were, I think, 2-minute gestures, and
Those are sick.
We love
I
them.
love those. The negative space is amazing.
thank you. Yeah, like for me, I'm really lucky because the stuff comes out fast, right? And sometimes I can really overwork something, but generally my best work happens in the first 10 minutes, and then I'm just kind of faking it. So,
Okay. What do you think?
do you have any more stuff? That's all the stuff.
Like,
Yeah.
oh sure, yeah.
All right, I don't know if we timed anything out tonight, but we're just going to call that a night because
And so we'll kind of get back to people about all of these things this weekend. I won't leave it till next Wednesday again. I apologize.
I
Everybody.
just want to make it clear it's not always this slow.
Yeah.
I just like being here.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
come down just to vibe with you
It's
guys.
so
I
hard
like
for
that.
us
I
because
appreciate
it's actually such a nice
Because I like seeing you guys.
it is such a nice relaxing moment for us when it's not too busy.
Actually, you reminded me. Thursday nights we usually have figure drawing.
What's
but
the
we-
raccoon at?
But we don't have figure drawing tomorrow because we have parent teacher.
Yeah, like it's a rare.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Yeah, not tomorrow.
Is it this one they're
What is
asking
the
about?
raccoon?
Rocky Raccoon
65
checked
Debbie.
into his room
Yeah.
only to find gig. Oh, but who was that?
It's Stephanie. I got it. I'll tell you.
I keep wanting to go and
Rocky had come equipped with a gun.
Okay.
Are you singing tonight?
I know.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
that's the best.
Oh, we know when it's over.
Well, we will say I'm wrapping up one last thing here. And so so if you are an artist and you're putting your work in, you can definitely take it with you, or you can leave it here for next week. And I will Stephanie bid 70 on the raccoon. So I think we can we'll kind of wrap this up. Last 10 minutes here to get
And it's
any
framed.
bids in. Yeah, and we're wrapping up here. So thank you, everybody. Oh,
It's okay, I was gonna
Thank
change it
you.
over, I wasn't allowed, but
Thank you.
That's really lovely.
This when I was here. I don't know. You guys
Oh,
want them?
fun!
I'd love to give them.
Baby head.
If you
That's a
guys
good
don't want
punk
them, I'll
band
take them.
name. Actually, that's so good. Did you want the baby
can
head?
I take that? Do you mind if I steal this?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sorry. You're like trying to give it to
I'm
someone
good.
else and I'm like,
Take
I'll
it
take
away.
it. No, I really
I'd
like
like
this.
for you guys to have this.
Love it.
Lovers in Autumn. If you can spot the lovers, let me know. If you can't, it's all good.
Are they in the water?
I love autumn.
If you see them, I think you can see them. They're right here.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I really dig your style.
that's really beautiful.
You guys are beautiful together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'll
Aw.
probably take the obelisk back for this week.
Sorry?
The obelisk?
Oh yeah, back here. Where? Sorry, that is mine. Me is over here. Rich, help! 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 Where is it? Oh my so bad at this. We're in one little tiny space.
Honestly,
There
that
it is.
happens in my game.
We didn't go very far. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Do some more.
Okay, bye everybody at home. And
Thank you.
thank you everybody. Sorry.
And next week, Wednesday again?
So I can leave this work here.
Yeah, would you like to leave it and then come back next week?
That'd
I'll
be
leave mine
amazing.
too.
Okay,